policeman on duty, pushing him away. The situation has completely gone out of control here.
BJP government, don't try to test our patience. This is the reaction we are going to give across the country. We are going to screw your lives.
Protests are going to continue.
It is our constitution right. It is your democratic right. We want to protect our Congress temple.
Another day marked by high drama over ED summons to Rahul Gandhi in the National Herald case. Congress leaders and workers hit the streets once again in several parts of the country, this time in the garb of Raj Bhavan Cholo. Now, Gandhi lawyers and former member of parliament and minister Renuka Chowdhury was booked in Hyderabad for heckling a policeman and grabbing his collar in the city of Hyderabad. A shocking new law from Congress shocks the nation as the violent protests were witnessed in different parts of the country. Anarchy, arson and assault, all that was witnessed in these protests taking place in different cities. But first, let's listen to Renuka Chaudhury's defiance and the apology later.
I have no intentions of hitting policemen. That is not my intention at all. But I was being manhandled. I was losing my balance. I was falling on that man. You can see in the visuals very clearly that they are suddenly trying to push me. And that is the reason my hand slipped from where I was reaching for his shoulder. He moved and I caught his collar. It is not my intention to humiliate him or anything like that. Unnecessarily, this is being, the real issue is being diverted. Of course I regret. Any common person will regret it. But I will apologize to that individual man because poor fellow, he had no intention, I had no intention. He knows and I know. But I expect the police to apologize to me also. I am within my rights.
For pushing you?
Yeah, for pushing. For pushing, shoving, hurting,
now she will not show
tearing.
Her blouse. What the condition of her blouse is.
Let's take this across to our guest joining us. Gopal Krishna Agarwal is the national spokesperson of the BJP. R. Rajgopalan is a senior journalist. With us also is Lokesh Jindal, political analyst. Let me start with you first, Mr. Rajgopalan. The kind of protest that we have seen, we had seen earlier the first 2 days, the Congress had said that this is satyagraha, this is going to be a peaceful protest. However, over yesterday and today, we have seen a completely different tone and tenor as far as these protests are concerned. They don't appear to be the non-violent protests that were being spoken about earlier, because here we are seeing tires being burnt, effigies being burnt, very aggressive posturing as far as police is concerned across the country. What's happening here really?
As you mentioned, Madhav, in your remarks, that Congress has gone to the lowest ebb, and you said anarchy, arson, assault. This is the toolkit of Congress passed at the Chintan Shivar in Udaipur, and they are carrying it out. If you see the commonality, either Renuka Chaudhary or yesterday in Maharashtra, that gentleman who spoke against Prime Minister in a very derogatory term, and today Delhi police has filed a case against unknown person, and they are going to arrest 2 Congress workers in Delhi. So therefore their toolkit is anarchy, attack police, because Chintan Shivar in Udaipur decided to get the media attention. How do you get media attention? Fire out, put the tire on fire, not the vehicle, tire. And you know, Rahul Gandhi has gone to the National Herald scam, 2000 fraud scam, and instead of defending, is it satyagraha? In 1947, Mahatma Gandhi launched a satyagraha congress, but Rahul Gandhi converted satyagraha into anarchigraha. So therefore, Congress has gone to the lowest ebb. People have rejected them. They want to get the media space. That
Okay,
is why they are
let me
doing
put that
this.
question to Lokesh Jindal. Let me put that question. It is not Satyagraha, it is Anarchy Agraha. That is a new term coined by Mr. Rajgopal. How do you respond to that? And the question is very clear, because where is the Congress leadership come out and condemned the statement of the person who, used such derogatory language against the Prime Minister, this kind of manhandling of cops? We've seen an unfortunate incident reported even from Guwahati, from Assam, where in fact a cop has been injured on his head by a protester. Lokesh Jindal, this is certainly not a peaceful protest.
Mr. Rajgopal spoke what he read, but I shall speak what I saw, what happened to me. I was in AICC. Everywhere there were barricades. We were not allowed to go to AICC. And in AICC, the Sevadal was simply... Please do not interrupt, sir.
Why did you break it? Why do you
not
break
interrupt
the
when you were talking.
You are
Okay,
talking.
let him speak.
Right.
Mr. Rajgopal, I'll come back to you. Let him speak. Mr. Rajgopal, I'll come back to you, sir. Let him speak, let him make his point. Lokesh Jindal, make your point. Now, please answer the question I posed to you.
Was singing Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, Patita Pavan Sitaram. It was a peaceful protest. We all wanted to walk with our leader to ED. We were not going to create any form of anarchy or law and order problem. But what did the police do? The moment we started coming out, the police started pushing all the barricades on us. It started pushing all our leaders down. And yesterday, it opened the gates of AICC. It manhandled all congressmen. It treated all congressmen as if they were terrorists.
Mr. Jindal,
constitutional right
Mr.
to
Jindal,
have
2
a
points.
peaceful assembly?
Mr. Jindal, 2 points. Incidentally, you are not the only one at AICC. I was also at AICC. And what happened at AICC was this. Yes, the police did prevent congressmen from marching with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. You are factually correct when you say that. But it is also a fact that Congress workers also threw barricades back at the cops. And the cops then, they were challenging them, they were virtually asking them to enter the party office. That also happened yesterday. Why don't you admit that as well?
I'll tell you what happened.
The cops are saying they had to act against those individuals who are assaulting them, who are throwing the barricades on them, and then running into the Congress office saying that hamare piche aao. Aa sakte ho to andar aao.
Don't speak a lie. Don't speak a lie on the national.
I am telling you what I saw, sir. I am telling you what I saw. You're welcome to believe what you want to.
The Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, the moment Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh was heckled at his own security personals, they replied back. The manner in which Delhi police has been handling the congressman, shameful. That is what is anarchy, sir. That is what is autocracy. If you are not yet condemning this form of an autocrat dictatorial attitude, then let me tell you, you are not standing by the idea of India. You don't know what democracy is.
Okay, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, you're against democracy. You're cracking down on an opposition party by virtually turning their party office into a garrison. Why should we have all the roads around Congress office with huge barricades and huge police deployment, assault taking place on top Congress leaders? That is the reality of what is happening on ground. But of course, that is response coming in from the Congress party. I want your response to that.
Madhav, we have to understand. At first, the Congress should act. Is Congress accepting that what happened in Hyderabad today or Maharashtra yesterday was in response to what they are alleging that police atrocity in Delhi? Are they doing this? The argument which Lokesh Ji is giving here is what the criminals give. That I am responding to, it is my right to self-defense, it is my right to offend. All these issues are not acceptable in the due process of law. Yesterday, Delhi Commissioner said that we had nobody had informed what route the Congress agitation will take. We had imposed Section 144, so we have to implement them. If they want, they should have properly gone for a permission. They should have taken the permission. We would have allowed the peaceful demonstration. It was never their intention. They wanted a violent protest, and ultimately they are calling it satyagraha. What is satyagraha? Non-violent way of insisting on the truth. And what the Congress is insisting is protect Gandhi family from their corruption. An individual or two in the family is being protected through this violent means from their act of corruption and calling it satyagraha.
Okay.
Are they thinking that the countrymen are fools?
So two points, Lokesh Jindal.
What Renuka Chaudhary did today is not
Lokesh
a
Jindal, you're
success
putting the
at any
Gandhi
point of
family above the country by doing this kind of a protest, because even if there was police inaction, there are legal remedies. There are legal remedies that can be taken. You would have surely got CCTV footage, and there is a lot of footage. And I will say that yes, there is footage, for instance, of Mr. B.Y. Srinivas being kicked by a cop in one particular place. Why don't you pursue that with legal action? Fight for that particular cop or action to be taken against that cop. Is violence the only response that can be given?
First of all, by supporting the Gandhi family, we are protecting the country. We are protecting democracy in the country, because this present government is misusing ED, EBI and all other state agencies to support any form of opposition that it is encountering. Secondly, when you are talking about legal action to be taken, we will be taking legal action. We will be moving towards legal action. We shall not spare anybody who shall manhandle any form of any congressman or shall abuse democracy. And this gentleman who is talking about...
Is today's violence justified according to you? Today's violence is justified? Mr. Lokesh Jindal, are you justifying the violence that has taken place? All of this strong arming that has been done of cops across the country, is that justified according to you, Lokesh Jindal?
Nowhere did congressmen resort to
Lokesh Jindal, this violence is justified according to you?
No.
This anarchy is justified?
If any Karyakarta resorts to violence, that is condemned. That is officially condemned by the party.
So what is the action that will be taken on? What is the action that will be taken on those Karyakartas? What is the action that will be taken?
The party will strongly take action against any Karyakarta who resorts to violence.
What is the action, sir? Please tell us. You have incidents being reported in different parts of the country.
No.
What is the action that will be taken on the person who referred to the Prime Minister and said, "Kutte ki maat marega"?
So as to forcing us to take action. Which congressman went towards taking action against any policeman? If this was
Look
done,
at, can you see your screen, sir? Can you see the screen? Can you see what Renuka Chaudhary is doing?
I can see the screen.
What is that?
Renuka Chaudhary has officially apologized also, and she has also claimed that it was not a direct assault on that policeman.
No, you just said that action will be taken against anyone found assaulting. So you tell us what action will be taken on Renuka Chaudhary.
She has already apologized. She has stated
so no action needs to be taken. So anybody who apologizes, action will not be taken, Lokesh Jindal.
No, so she was losing her balance, and that is why first of all,
that was an argument she gave earlier, and later she withdrew on it. And later she withdrew on it. And later she withdrew on that. What about the person in Guwahati? What about the person in Guwahati who assaulted a cop on his head? What about the protester in Guwahati who assaulted a cop on his head, sir? What is the action on that individual?
Where is a female policeman? Tell me this.
Right in front of her. Right in front of her, there's a policeman. Look at the video on both her sides. On three sides, there are female policemen. Look at the visual before talking, Lokesh Jindal. Please, for heaven's sake, don't misinform people. Look at the visual. It's right in front of you. You're asking where is a female cop? Three sides, there are female cops. And then she chooses to hold the collar of a male cop.
No. If at all a female is to be dealt with, it has to be dealt with by a female cop.
Yes, but she goes and grabs the collar of a male cop. The male cop is not saying anything to her. He is not in any way physically touching the individual. Lokesh Jindal, this is very clear. I think these visuals speak for themselves. Our viewers are intelligent enough to figure out what's going on. You tell us now, what is the action that will be taken against those engaging in violent acts? What is the action that will be taken against the Congress protester in Assam who has assaulted a cop on his head, Lokesh Jindal? Please tell us that.
No. First of all, you stop showing selectively what you want other people to believe. Show the complete video.
No, all the videos have been shown, sir. All the videos have been shown, and for your kind information, Renuka Chaudhary has apologized, as you said. So, why is she apologizing if she has done nothing wrong?
Father, what you are doing?
No, why is she apologizing if she has done nothing wrong?
Thereby creating.
Why is she apologizing if she has done nothing wrong, Lokesh Jindal?
Absolutely. The congressmen are disciplined. Nowhere have, because
you're not answering my question. Sorry, you're not answering my question. But I will pose a question to Gopal Agarwal before I go across to Mr. R. Rajgopalan. Mr. Gopal Agarwal, it's not like the Delhi police or cops in different parts of the country have also covered themselves in glory. There are videos also of congressmen being assaulted. There are complaints that have been made. In fact, today official complaint was made to the speaker by Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary that members of parliament's clothes were torn. Mr. P. Chidambaram has reportedly got a suspected hairline fracture. Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary himself was assaulted. And there is a video scene of Youth Congress leader B.V. Srinivas being kicked by a cop. So it's not like the cops have covered themselves in glory either.
No,
the thing is, the issue is who is creating violence. If this section 144 has been imposed, and those are who are violating that.
So they should be kicked.
To the violence. What?
Those who violate 144 should be kicked by cops.
The police commissioner. No, I am not defending Delhi police. The police commissioner has already said that we will take cognizance of all things where force has been used. The issue is Congress is an opposition party, respectable. It's a main opposition party. They have to be disciplined with regard to the democratic institutions. They have to resort to the constitutional right. Right to movement, agitation doesn't mean that you can agitate for any issues. What is the main agenda? What is the main issue?
Quick response from Mr. Rajgopal. Mr. Rajgopal, quick response from you, sir. What needs to be done now? Because here we are looking at a situation. These protests are only going to continue tomorrow.
This protest will continue and Congress will attack media, Congress will attack police because that is the toolkit. Apart from that, even in the studio, Congress is spreading anarchism, saying that, media is important, media is creating this. Okay. An apology is not a reply to anarchism.
All right, we'll have to leave it there, sir. For the moment, we are completely out of time. Lokesh Jindal as well as Mr. R. Rajgopalan and Gopal Krishna Agarwal. I'll have to thank all of you gentlemen for joining us. Time now for a very quick break.